All right, thanks everybody. Welcome back. It is the moment that we've all dreaded. It is time for the Metroid Dread run and the final run of Game Over Cancer. So without further ado, I'm going to give it away here to Kekumanshoyu running with his commentators, Oso and Rain.
Hello, my name is kekumanshoyu. I'll be running any % no major glitches for Metroid Dread. Yes, Rain and also Hawken is with my armor commentators. They'll be talking most of the run, and I'll be chiming in here and there. Anything you want to say before I start, guys?
No, I'm good to go. I'm Rain BT. Get used to my voice because we're gonna be talking a lot.
Yeah, this run is about an hour and 20-ish minutes, so it's fairly fast actually. With all the strats that we'll be doing and stuff. So, all right. So I'll start in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So as we're starting the run, let me the basic movement tricks we're gonna have is gonna be stuff like sliding, ledge hopping, flash shift is huge. You'll see some speed boost text here and there, but generally it's all just optimizing the little movements throughout this run.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So we're coming out on our first trick here. Like this straight out the gate after this atom room. It's called a pseudo wave. Basically what we're gonna do is slide jump, and then we're gonna shoot at a specific animation frame where we can actually shove her arm into the ceiling and basically shoot through walls. We use that quite a bit in our runs. A lot. It's not a major glitch. It is a minor glitch. That's why it's still allowed in this run. Major glitches include stuff like shine sinks and camera lock. So you won't see any of those in this run. Now that was one. It skips about a minute there where you see a broken Emmy. This one's called early cloak. Keku's using the right stick method to get a precise angle for it. That one is notorious, especially in the beginning for a lot of people.
I'm gonna take my time with this boss.
You're gonna take your time?
Yeah, just a little bit.
This boss is also extremely difficult to get properly because Keku only has 15 missiles here.
Yeah.
You can only miss 3 missiles in the first phase.
That's okay.
And 6 total in the next phases.
But
So,
fortunately, the boss do give drops, but like it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, since we're supposed to have Charge Beam by now and Magnet, this is actually the third boss of Ataria, but we're fighting it first, which makes things very difficult, considering we can't really damage him without missiles.
Yeah, the other thing is we probably would have an energy tank here, so we would, but Corpheus is pretty.
Corpheus is a dog, by the way.
With all of his with his attacks, so it's pretty easy to discern which kind of attack he's about to do.
Too bad you didn't get head stuck there.
Yeah, it's fine.
If you phase him from phase 1 to phase 2 while he's doing the spit attack, it can be off any attack, but the spit has the most generous window for it. Once you phase him during that, his head will be on the floor the entire phase, just letting you just blast him in the face into phase 3, which saves a lot of time and a lot of headache.
So hopefully you can get a missile pack in this next room. Otherwise, the underwater section is going to be a little... Ooh,
Yeah.
that's rough.
Yeah, it's okay though. As long as I can keep shooting those jellyfishes in the water coming soon, it'll be okay.
I always call them shrimpies.
Oh yeah, so this is actually an Emmy room. The white Emmy is supposed to be here, but since we killed Corpius first, we actually skipped the trigger that you'll see later to basically spawn the white Emmy. So you're gonna see the white Emmy maybe twice. No, actually once before we kill him. Which is both really cool and very dangerous because not killing him, not spawning him in that cutscene basically puts him into alert because you're supposed to run away from him, making him way faster than he should be, which can be very dangerous. Also, you want to explain this one?
Oh yeah, so this is a water skip. So what he's doing is he's actually sliding and then cloaking and then immediately aiming, and that gives him just an extra little bit of height, and so he can actually get up. The cloak is helping him stay from getting into that sliding animation that allows him to jump over. So, what was it, like 4th or 5th try? That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's about even. It saves about 15 seconds.
It's like one of the hardest.
Water.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, that's one of the harder tricks in the game. To be honest, it's like pretty tricky.
Cloakless is definitely like at least top 5. I know. With cloak is top 5. You can actually do that cloakless, which makes it the hardest trick in the game.
Yeah, I haven't tried it cloakless yet.
And for 15 seconds, I'd rather just not do this route at all.
Yeah, agreed. There's just a risk reward that you have to be mindful of when you're doing speedruns like this.
Are you gonna grab this energy tank?
Yes, I am. This is a marathon.
Oh, that is true. A lot of runners are starting to drop a lot of energy tanks. People end the run with like 2 energy tanks at this point.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts to me.
Yeah, I'll finish with 3. I haven't cut it down to 3 at least, but that one is hard to skip. So
you're seeing a lot of ledge hops. These I would not consider quick hops. There is a quicker form of it. It's just pressing the like a light tap of the jump button, where you basically get no air. That's kind of the ideal form of ledge hops, and some tricks actually do require that because of how the Emmys spawn. And how the Emmys spawn is basically when you enter a room with the Emmys, which is denoted by like this pixelated white door. It will spawn in a random designated location, and you have to basically maneuver around them. Most Emmy spawns at this point have pretty fixed strategies to avoid them as fast as we can, outside of 2, I believe, depending on the route. For NMG, there's 1, and that's the green Emmy. Right? Yeah, 1.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Adam.
So
now,
this is Adam number 3, and I assume that you're going to be going for Adam save skip with an hour 25.
Yep.
So we are 3 out of 4 Adams, and we will know how long. And then he has poker face.
Now we'll explain more about Adam skip later, but to explain how Adam works, well, actually, let's play this one first. This is called Magus skip. Basically, he's doing exactly what he did at the water platform skip, where he does like a double wall off the slope. He's basically extending his hitbox so that he collides with the slope a little bit faster than normal, letting him respin off the wall at a higher height, so he can actually grab the ledge. But this is our first, well, technically second CU brain. These guys are the mother brain of the white Emmys for their specific Emmys. Killing it gives you the Omega Cannon, which allows you to break the faceplate off the white Emmy and then kill him. You're going to see him go way faster than he should. He should not be doing that. It should be way slower.
Oh,
but since
darn.
we did Adam skip,
Yerk.
Good parry.
can you still get it? Oh, that's
It's
a lot
okay.
of missed shots.
It's okay. I was a bit too close. It's okay though.
Good recovery.
Yeah.
Sub 9 white enemies, pretty good.
Yeah, since we did Corpius first, this guy is like 3 times faster than he's supposed to be. So it could be real dangerous, like as you saw there. But luckily he got the parry. And if he died there, I think he spawns back.
Back at the center
atom.
unit.
No, I think it's at the atom. Oh, the central unit.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Central unit.
Yeah, because
Oh, wait,
it's the checkpoint.
I'm thinking
effect.
of the. I'm thinking of the deboost at the end.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
This is like what the first horizontal magnet. There's only like 2 of them in the whole game, and this is the only vertical magnet door in the whole game for whatever reason.
Skipping that missile pack. And what's the final missile count going to be?
55, I think. If I don't
Oh,
collect
you're
anything
55.
else. If I don't go for anything else, like accidentally.
Yeah, I think it's a debate between that missile pack or the one after Morphball that I skip.
So coming up into the elevator room, you're gonna see a deboost. Essentially, we're just maneuvering around these flyers and manipulating them to basically boost us in the direction we want. Pretty tricky. Gets it first try. Amazing.
Yeah, good job.
I've died for those before.
Now we're traveling
You're
to.
stubborn, brain.
Go
Hatteras.
for your dad joke.
Oh, you want me to say dad joke? All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. What did Tennessee? The same thing Arkansas.
Oh my god. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. But these load screens are very long in Dread. I'm talking like 20 to 30 seconds. I think some go up to 40. And this is digital.
You could say it's
Physical is even
dreaded.
longer.
A dreaded loading screen.
Oh my god. Let's keep it for the trams, but
Oops.
but the version does matter. Digital is way like 4 to 5 minutes faster than physical. That's just how long those load screens are.
So who's in the digital plus physical club? Who purchased the physical version and then
I did.
realized how bad it was?
I did.
Yeah.
That was all digital.
I got the collector's edition and then was like,
And that's
oh,
okay.
4 minutes,
And that-
no why.
That's
No
okay.
way.
You got the collector's edition, which is cool.
Do you do Hell Run?
No, I've been practicing that, and I'm not used to it yet. So
I'll never do it.
But so that was actually the last item.
Oh, Super Boost?
I tried. I
Oh,
almost
so
got
close.
it. Yeah. I was,
I did forgot the. That one's fairly tricky. It's another deboost strat. An easy, well, arguably easier one is the rapid magnet ascent, where you basically do a pseudo magnet grab. You can actually wall jump off that magnet faster than the magnet would register you grabbing the magnet, if that makes sense. Because if you grab the magnet, it actually lowers your magnet jump height. Woo! Nice.
Ooh,
Smooth.
very nice.
But yeah, wall jumping off a magnet as quickly as you can while still grabbing it gives you a wall jump height while still grabbing the magnet, letting you do an extra wall jump. But that spawn was one of the more notorious spawns. We have strats over all of them except one where he just stands in front of the door and you just have to deal with him. And he's just butt backwards, just facing the door, and you can't do anything about it.
Yep.
That's probably the only spawn in NMG where it's unavoidable. The rest, it's up to Keku to maneuver around them, depending on the spawn. So let me explain Adam real quick before we get to Adam skip. Adam works, if you think about it in a conga line, if you break the chain, Adam will just stop working, right? If you go, Adam goes 1, 2, 3, and you skip 2, 3 will not activate until you go to 2. So Adam skip coming up soon. We're trying to skip that second Adam, essentially.
Adam number 5, but yes.
Is it 5?
Yeah. We do right now. Adam skip is Adam 4 times, but yeah.
Now skip is gonna look like fairly simple, but this is top 5 hardest trick in the game.
Mm-hmm. What's at it?
It requires nothing but far wall jumps. If you notice the circle, it's farther away from the wall than normal, and a basically frame perfect melee on the slope. It'll boost you down and let Keku wall jump at a higher spot than normal because the slope pushes you down. So a melee boost downward will let him wall jump at a higher height, which he needs on top of all the buffered wall jumps to make it to that magnet.
Oh boy. Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is just sometimes you get it, and sometimes it just takes a little while.
Yep. Now, the time save for this seemingly simple yet crazily difficult trick is 2.5 minutes on first try. You actually skip a backtrack where you go below and then around to the Atom. Getting this first try saves you a straight minute immediately.
Wow.
And since we skip Atom through the rest of the run, which we usually do, but we do at a later point, this is the earliest we've gotten it to skip Atom.
Very nice.
Skipping Atom the entire run, because he's basically a load screen, nets you another 1.5 minutes. So getting that first try gets you 2.5 minutes, our biggest time save trick yet, and it is horrendous.
Yeah, as you can see how many times I tried.
Yeah. Is it the biggest time save skip? It's not the early space jump.
For routing
sequence break. So
yeah, that one's really hard to time. Actually, technically, that's a series of tricks, so I wouldn't really count that. But that routing alone saves about 4 minutes for the reroute. But that's like multiple tricks into consideration. This is just one trick.
One trick, yeah.
Oh, for the slide jump.
Enemy.
This is just another one of those pseudo magnet tricks. Come on, Keku.
It didn't work. Why? The magnets just stopped being magnetized or something. I don't know.
We might have slippery hands in this run.
Nope.
Oh no, I hate this guy. This guy is notorious for just being a huge pain.
I just dropped him.
Yeah, I didn't know you could drop him like that.
You usually don't need to if you're quick enough, but that guy, especially starting out, oh my god, he gives me nightmares.
Oh.
So here we're approaching another tram. You're gonna see hopefully some slick movement up until the tram, and then we'll go Dairon. I don't think there's many tricks to explain in Dairon. It's mostly just movement.
Yeah,
and some really horrible Y-beam blocks that require you to have pinpoint horizontal beam shots. We'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Go ahead with...
Want me more dad jokes?
Yeah, go ahead with another dad joke and maybe a donation if you got one.
Okay. I'm looking at my database. Give me a second.
God.
What do you call a cat with 8 legs that likes to swim? An octopus.
I was actually trying to think of the answer.
I was too. I went the opposite route. I was thinking it was a spider cat.
Spider
Cat.
But-
Spider
but
cat.
it didn't
Does
make any
whatever
sense
a
with
spider
the
cat
lore.
does.
Okay, so Dairon it's just a quick trip. We'll see the speed Emmy once. Some people think the yellow Emmy is the worst. Some hate the. It's all around. Everybody hates every Emmy basically.
Yeah.
Except the red Emmy because
You never
he
really
doesn't
fight him.
exist.
Yeah.
Red enemies.
He just dies. Yeah.
He's power red.
You know, to be honest, I wish they put the option to fight him.
Yeah.
That would have been very interesting.
If
You know.
if there was like a sequence break somehow, then you had to fight him.
But sadly, he's dead.
He's already dead.
I just want to bring up that somebody in chat, Aramath, said that you had to look up your database.
Oh God, no, please.
It begins.
Right here at the white beam.
So we have wide beam now. It is exactly what it sounds like. It's technically just spacer. I don't know why they just call it wide beam, but you shoot 3 bullets now. So that's neat.
Yeah, I have a theory about that, and it's because in Super Metroid, you're not allowed to have both spacer and plasma.
Oh, that was close.
And so, since all the beams stack in this game, that's why it's wide beam.
I think it's just a mistranslation, but
Could be.
I don't know. But these wide beam blocks require all 3 shots to hit those 3 buttons in a fairly specific manner. You can actually get in diagonal just diagonal. It's possible, but there are times where you can transition in and basically let go of stick and shoot it, basically defaulting to horizontal and still not move the block.
Yeah.
That's how horrible it is.
All right, what's the next dad joke?
What's the next one? I tried to
Come
go
on.
to a trampoline park today, but they told me to bounce.
Oh God, actually that one's pretty good. All right, so we had a quick trip, said hi to the yellow Emmy, and now we're back in Cataris to get our morph ball from the green Emmy. I call him Jeff. I don't know what anyone else calls him, but that's Jeff.
Do.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew's toxic.
So is the green one.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's fair. Are you gonna do the professor kill?
No, I mean I know how to do it, but I'd rather not.
It is ridiculously difficult to get. What was it, like an extra second?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you.
But he'll go for the significantly easier version, where we just basically intercept the green Emmy. Usually he goes through the morph tunnel that you'll see right above. But since we break that early, he just reroutes here. The Emmys work, if you think of it as a route decision, they just take the closest, fastest route to you. So we're just opening up that path. That'll be important later for the ice Emmy, but I'll explain that later over there.
It's also important to note that once you leave the central unit room, all Emmys spawn in the same locations, regardless. It's no longer RNG.
That's true. So now we have Morph Ball, and we are gonna go pick up Varia now. Arguably the best looking one, the best looking suit, because I hate the power suit. This thing's ugly. Oh hell. I don't know how people enjoy this suit.
I like the gravity suit. In this one.
I like the gravity suit too. There's a nice
I like Varia more.
time to it. And I especially like the how the green accents on the front like grow.
Yeah,
as you
yeah.
get better suits.
That's what makes it pretty sweet.
There's also minor optimizations with those I don't even know crawlies or spiders.
But I missed
in
it.
those tunnels. Yeah, that tunnel is surprisingly difficult to get into.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the spiders specifically because if you shoot the tunnels, they actually come out faster than usual. I don't remember it's diffusion specific, but that does play a part in some optimizations.
Did you know that Stephen King has a son named Joe? I'm not joking, but he is.
Joe Mama? Oh. That one actually got me.
Alright, Varus.
I thought you were gonna say Joe Mama.
Oh,
That's okay.
Oh, you didn't get speedball. You
It's
can
okay.
actually what's the word? Retain the crouch speed if you morph fast enough, letting you just basically zoom through that room. It's kind of finicky actually, especially with a gap where you just suddenly stop.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I haven't been able to do it with the one or the single slide. Yeah, I always have to do the double.
So here's just a little minor escape. I'm not entirely sure why everything's exploding. It's just a recurring theme with Samus. And now we just get various suit, and now these heat rooms no longer hurt us. Yeah, just the heat rooms, not the cold rooms.
Oh, and the lava still hurts too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Is there any environmental effects that hurt you after gravity?
My self-esteem. No, there's none. I don't think. Yeah, there's none.
Yeah,
There's only-
no acid.
No, there's only lava. I guess technically ice, and heat. Gravity basically negates all of that. What they would consider as environmental. That's a specific thing you need to be aware of for dread mode, because dread mode makes active damage one-hit kills. Environmental does not count. The fire you saw in Cataris is an active damage.
Yeah,
that
so-
will one-shot you, but lava will not, I think.
When I first did
Correct.
dread mode and I got hit by the fire, I'm like, why? I'm like, okay, fine, whatever.
Actually,
Yeah, it's a
funny
weird
story.
choice.
I actually did the old no major glitches route, going through Frozen Arteria in dread mode because I thought that Frozen Arteria would kill me.
Did it?
Oops.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't kill you, but
Because it's environmental,
I didn't
right?
know that, until later after I finished my run, and
Alright. Coming up on crate, by the way.
Oh, you'll break that?
Do I have to?
I mean, it's just faster. Slightly. But this is Kraid, our big boy from basically every Metroid game, I guess. Wait, isn't he ever Metroid?
he's on fusion.
He's I guess he's only super. So when you start the phase here, he has his mouth open. He actually takes reduced damage. Kind of a moot point because it's still better just to spam missiles at him. But yeah, just make him eat missiles and give him indigestion. There is actually a quick kill for it, but the routing for it is so abysmally long. I'm talking about like you lose like 2 minutes going to get bomb earlier than you should, just to quick kill Kraid. That we just don't do it, and It's kind of
That was a
sad
pretty good
because
fight.
it's kind of a cool kill.
It's a very cool.
Yeah,
kill,
it
but
is.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of like hidden stuff that you don't see in the runs. Like if you get flash shift here, you can actually do the melee cutscene cinematic thing with flash shift by just flashing to his mouth when he roars, I believe. This stuff like that is just littered all over the game. You just kind of like in speedrun fashion, you guys just don't see it. Get on button, get on button.
I know. I was like, my foot's on the thing,
Trying to stop too much.
foot's on it, but not really on it. Right.
Looking up his next dad joke.
Yeah. I had a date last night and it was perfect. Tomorrow I'll try a grape.
I honestly don't get it.
It took me a few seconds to realize what it that was pretty good.
That one went above, like past me. But
Date is fruit.
You don't know what a date is.
oh, a date! Oh my god! I wish you didn't explain it to me. But anyways, we were at early grapple, an actual intended sequence break. It's just a bunch of coyote jumps. The first one is mildly, kind of, you get like 3 tries at it. The second one is notorious for basically stopping a lot of beginners, because if you fall, you die. And you lose like 40 seconds for it. And then you gotta retry it. And that's not fun.
No, it's definitely not fun. Yeah, it took me a while to learn that timing.
So is this the only intended sequence break that we do?
No, technically bomb is, well, in NMG, technically yes. Early space is actually an intended sequence break, but we just don't do it the way they intended it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is arguably the only one that we actually use.
Oh.
It's kind of nice. It's very convenient. You're basically gonna see him go through the same route, back through the lava room. Seems like oxymoron. Yes, you're right. You're gonna see him go through the same route. If you guys are running this and you can't do it properly, you can always take the path of shame above, but we don't do that.
Save time.
I think it saves quite a bit of time actually too.
It does, yeah, because the grapple block.
All right, here we go.
My wife
Alright.
left a note on the fridge, by the way. It said, "This is not working. I'm going to my mom's house." I opened the fridge door. The light was on. The juice was cold. What the hell did she mean?
Oh, that's both depressing and painful.
I might have to steal that one.
All right, so as he's making his way through this, don't die, by the way.
I'll be fine.
The path back is actually easier than going forward, but you're gonna see an Adam completely inert because he doesn't work anymore. He's just like says hi and leaves.
Hi, bye.
Now here is your first encounter with the speed enemy. It was a good spawn.
Yeah, it's good spawn.
No, yes, okay, good spawn. The bad spawn is the one where he just sits on top of that ledge.
I wanted the bad spawn to
luckily
show
they
it off. I wanted to show it off, like
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay.
But yeah, Adam doesn't work anymore. There's a reroute here where you can actually do a pseudo wave on that blob that we just passed. It saves a quarter of a second. Yeah. No, I think it saves like 10 frames.
Oh.
I think it was 10 frames. It's very insignificant, which is surprising.
I didn't know that you could pseudo out off screen to another room.
Man, you need to learn how to diffusion that blob. It's a lot easier. But now that we turn the power on, a bunch of rooms that we passed through, like that dark room, is now like cold and stuff like that. That room that we passed in the dark room actually has an intended sequence break to get early supers, I believe. Sadly, we won't see that, but in some categories like Mercury Steam percent, we actually do that. So that's pretty cool.
Oops.
Now we're gonna head to Berenia. Yes, Berenia to get flash shift. Did we ever find out that was actually like a clone of Z57?
No, I think that was just him. But I don't know.
It's hard to say, but that creature in the back, sadly we won't see it in this route, but you do fight something similar, if not a clone or a brother of that thing, especially in all bosses. It's a very cool fight.
Yeah, I think just...
Yeah, it is a pretty cool fight.
An X Parasite actually comes out.
Oh yeah, it is an X, so it is a clone.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Okay, oh cool,
Do
okay.
that.
Yeah, sorry. I'm so poor I can't pay attention, sorry.
For that dad joke?
Yeah, I'm so poor I can't pay attention.
Pay attention.
Oh god, he's going over me. I'm not a dad yet. Alright, but there's actually something I keep forgetting to explain. Melees, oftentimes you see enemies do like this flash animation trying to attack you. You can actually melee it and do a melee counter, which is great for like small enemies because it basically instant kills them and it gives you resources for it. On bosses, outside of Ravenbeak and Drog, it is a big no-no because then they take 40% less damage, even though they give you resources. So essentially, you're doing double the shooting for nothing.
I am.
Essentially.
I almost had it. Almost had it, but it's okay.
So basically what happens is we basically don't melee bosses at all outside of Drog because it just saves time to do it and there's no reason not to do it. But you won't see Drog in this run. And Ravenbeak, which it is actually faster to spam missiles in his face with the flash animation. I mean, melee cinematic. Oh, so you want to explain this?
Honestly, I don't know what exactly happens. All I know is that it's just so the intended part is that you're supposed to use flash shift in order to get over these doors, and by bouncing yourself between two bombs, presumably infinitely, you time out the door and then it opens itself again. That's the crux of it.
Yeah, if you think of the flash doors... Wait, do you do pseudos? Or just
I'm going to.
Okay, cool. This actually saves time. I kind of don't like this thing because I like the water bomb jump more, but yeah, this saves time. There's two blobs underneath that drains the water, and Keku is wasting a lot of time trying to go for it.
I'm trying, okay, I'm trying. Trying to show up all the cool tricks, okay? Gosh.
It's exactly why I don't like this. It's so much easier just to watch it.
How much time does it save? First try.
6 seconds over the water bomb jump, I believe.
Maybe I won't learn it.
I believe it might be 4 seconds. But it is very small.
It does save you from doing that that underwater bomb jump.
Okay, so tugboat, here's how that beam works. So there's a lot of different pseudos we have that incorporates a lot of the movement. You saw the early cloak that requires slide jump and a specific animation. This one, another specific animation where we basically hug the corner and shove our is a lot of arm shoving into terrain and shooting through them. There's another one that you'll see early space that essentially does the same thing, but that one is significantly trickier, and I'll explain that when we get there. But yeah, we're basically taking advantage of Samus's weird animations that happen when she does specific movement and stuff, and just shove her arm into the wall. That's essentially it. But yeah, here's the speed enemy. We're gonna, destroy it and get speed booster, which is the coolest speed booster ever. Too bad flash shift is better in basically every way.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that flash shift just completely overshadows and comes earlier than speed booster.
Now, we didn't really explain CU brains that much. There honestly isn't much to explain.
What do you explain?
Just kill it, that's all.
It's
cannon fodder.
I want to say I don't know, man. It's like they're important, but they're so moot that it's I don't know, man. They just have a hard shell.
Is that their mother brain, or?
I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyways, we got a speed booster, so that's cool.
What neat about this, what's neat about the Dread speed booster is that you can like wall jump, you can slide, you can morph, and you still keep your speed booster. And then when you shine spark, you can shine spark in all 8 directions. So up, down, left, right, diagonal, left, right, and all that.
And I think similar to fusion, you can also shine spark onto a diagonal and keep the keep it going.
Yeah.
You can also ball spark too as a morph ball in
oh yes, that's right,
8 directions.
Oh, and then you can shoot your charge spark charge shot too.
Oh yeah, the spark shot.
I don't know if that's intended though.
I'm pretty sure it's intended. If not,
sounds intended to me.
There's supposed to be a cinematic there, but if you do it as a ball, you save like 3 seconds by not doing a cinematic. So that's cool. There's also another one that we see that we also avoid with ball spark, or just jumping out of the zone, trigger zone. There we go. But to explain what flash doors more, basically, if you imagine the door and the yellow part of it as a zone, that infinite bomb jump, which I think we. No, that was the only flash door infinite bomb jump, right? We basically hover over that zone until it opens. You can't be too close to either part of that L shape, or the door will actually just activate or not reactivate. Are you gonna go for speed boost?
I'm gonna try.
My man, I love this one. This one's actually really cool, and actually saves time.
Oh my gosh! You know what? I want to show this off. I'm gonna show it off.
My man, the principle of it.
No.
Oh no.
That's okay. It's okay.
No, never mind.
It's okay.
But yeah.
I wanted to show it off, but whatever.
But yeah, you get to keep it and just basically speed all the way over here. Now, while he does this spark manip where he just sparks him in the face, Spark does. What's the actual name of it? Spark. No, it's just Spark, right? Anyways, it does 3. Yeah, Shine Spark. There we go. It does 3 damage values. Man, I'm freaking.
It's okay.
Forgetting. But it has 3 damage values. It does 0%, 50%, and 100%. 100% is basically just killing cannon fodder. 50% is basically stuff like the robos and bosses. Basically anything that isn't 100%. And 0% for those that have like hard shells, like Ravenbeak with his force fields, and Gozuna's butt.
Face.
And we'll get more about it. No, it's the butt.
It's the face.
No, it's the butt.
It's the butt face.
The crap legs are the butt.
It is ridiculous that is.
It's the face. What is it?
Where are we going again? Oh, we're going for Berenia 2.
Berenia 2.
Yep.
There's a speed boost here to the morph tunnel. Ah, that works too. There are like three routes. Yeah, to Berenia 2. Arguably, they're all equal, but generally, I believe the bottom route is the fastest for general, on average. But coming into Berenia 2, before we get a dad joke, you're going to see a really cool speed tech. Hopefully, Keku manages to pull it off with the speed link. Do you know the speed link?
No. I mean, I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't think I'm gonna do speed booster throughout the thing, but
yeah,
I'll do what I can. Anyway, I woke up last night to find the ghost of Gloria Gaynor standing at the foot of my bed. At first, I was afraid. Then I was petrified.
Oh my god. Breath of fresh air. But yeah, there is a speed link for this. It requires some delayed wall jumps, but will let Keku handle this? Right here, you can actually keep that all the way here with some delayed wall jumps and a morph ball.
Yeah, don't do that.
Saves you a whole half second.
Hey, that's a cool half second, okay? Alright, so coming here is another pseudo wave method. It's called the DT slide, or the cha-cha slide, as we called it before. We used to do the early cloak method, but this is significantly easier. Same thing, shoving our arm into whatever we can and, breaking these blobs. And these blobs, they work. There's 3 different types of blobs. There are ones that are like kind of open to the air, like that one. There are ones that are enclosed but close to the wall. Those are specifically diffusion blobs. And ones that are like kind of really enclosed and really far. Those are specifically wave beam blobs. And they don't have like 1,000 health or something. They have like 1 or 2 hit points, and they take hits to break. That one required 2. And some of them, like the diffusion blobs, can only be broken with the diffusion blast. So yeah, that's how the blobs work. Some of them are really nifty and enables a lot of stuff. Some are just impossible. For a time unrestricted before invincibility was patched, we actually didn't kill Kraid and skipped diffusion, which was really annoying because we had to do a lot of pseudo waves, but it was possible. Are you going for this? Oh yeah, you're going for a loon. Do you do speed tech for loon?
Which one? Oh.
After plasma?
I'll try. I practiced it a lot the other day.
Nice. Hopefully you can pull it off, because that one is actually pretty tricky.
Yeah,
and you can actually just do a ledge warp, which is a major trick. And by accident, actually, you could do a ledge warp by accident, just playing the game.
Yeah.
All it is you do a ledge hop and morph basically at the same frame, and you kind of like go flying, and when you unmorph, you just warp back to the ledge. And trust me, it is fairly easy to accidentally do. Oh, I've never seen someone do that version of this room. Usually I just deboost. I kind of like that, actually. Oh, the slide. Yeah, with diffusion beams. Usually I just hold the charge and then just run in and shoot it and then grab a boost, but that one works too. Now we're going to a loon, where we're gonna see the X parasites. Basically, it's our fault by accidentally opening a loon, which is basically an X parasite vault.
You can just hear the Federation people going, "Gosh, Zamis, why?" Oh wait! Let me say this one. What did the carpenter say when he finished building his house?
Ravenbeak did it by design.
Oh.
Save that one for the ride back.
All right. I'll see. I'll ask it again after.
But yeah, our bad. We, the X are, they came out. So here we're getting coming to get plasma, which is to open those green doors, green force field doors. These doors actually work really weird. It's kind of like a 2-layered system, but also counts as one, if that makes sense. Because you need plasma to open it, and we can't pseudo wave it because we can't pseudo wave it, which sucks, but. They work the way you think they work when you look at it. They just suck.
Yes, they do.
But let's see if you can get the speed boost.
Very nice.
Nice. Oh no!
I got it anyway.
I'll take it. This is our.
Oh, you didn't get the red jelly.
It's okay. I got it anyway.
Just don't get hit.
Yeah, that was cool.
So this is actually technically your second. No, this is the first. First encounter with these Chosen Warriors. We actually skipped 2 Chosen Warriors in this route, but they have 2 phases. They just try to stab you a lot. They also actually do quite a bit of damage. Like that ink that he just jumped over does like 2.5 tanks. Is ridiculous.
And
nice.
Very nice. And in order to kill them, you have to go through the counter. Which is unfortunate. Like I thought, one of the best things about moving away from the 2010s is that we've left quick time events. But this seems to be.
All right, do your tag, Joe. Don't forget the cutscene.
What did the carpenter say when he finished building his house? Nailed it. Just like what I did with that speed tech.
You did pretty much nail it. Oh, go for the speed tech here.
I'll try. Yeah, I'll try.
Oh, this one's much easier.
Yeah, this one's much easier. Because we deactivated Atom, we can actually speed link this through the Atom room and into the Ice Emmy room, which was deactivated up until we went to a loon. Yeah, perfect.
Nice.
Oh, I want to do speed boost, but
it's trying to spark up.
Yeah, it's okay though.
Can you keep it
Still pretty
all the
cool.
way there?
No, you can't keep it up there, but you can spark up. I'm not entirely sure that's faster.
Still cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a water bomb jump. Basically, we're getting supers early. You're supposed to go get spin boost first. But we're skipping spin boost entirely in this route. Okay, there's actually an Ice Emmy spawn where he just stands in front of the door and is really stupid. It's more of an annoyance than anything because you just get out and, just run. Before I explain water bomb jump, you have to speed boost through this room to get the fastest Emmy kill for this, because it only speed boosts. You can't flash shift. I'm not entirely sure why. I've tested it. You have to get through that morph tunnel. This Emmy has basically Keku actually opened that charge door earlier. Basically, if you think about it as a routing, for some reason, even though the Emmy can go through that morph tunnel, it actually for some reason thinks going up is the fastest route in this room for whatever reason, and speed boosting through that little area as fast as we can actually makes it decide to go up instead of down, and then backtracks because that's what it usually does. It tries to go down to you, and if you go through that little area to the left too slow, it actually stalls and then decides to go up. Speed boosting through it actually makes them immediately pick the top route and immediately go to the ceiling, which is the fastest kill we have for it, and I don't see it being any faster. But that's just another iteration of how speed booster is pretty cool.
The only hindrance of that is the enemy walks through your health and missile indicator. But Keku did it just fine.
All
right, no dad joke here because I have to explain the space pseudo. So, wait, you do the space pseudo, right?
Yeah. So why? Do you guys know why Teslas are so expensive? Because they charge a lot.
Oh my god! But anyways, more importantly, this is the early space pseudo. Basically, we're doing exactly what we're doing before, except we're kind of utilizing melee to get a specific animation to make her go way lower to the ground than normal, and more falling to shove the arm down. And you see that claw at the bottom at a specific frame and a specific angle that we shoot. We basically bounce the fusion, the plasma beam blast off the tip of the invisible animation hitbox of that claw and hit the blob. That is a one hit, thank God, a 1 HP blob. So we basically ricocheted off that claw with a very precise angle to let us get space weight.
Like a champ. Yeah, that was very good.
Yeah, that is notorious. A lot of people thought it was RNG, but it's not. It's just stupid. The intended way is using bomb jumps to the right or cross bomb. But yeah, ever since that pseudo was made, a lot of people hate that pseudo actually. I'm sorry about it.
Yeah, because it changed after version 2.0.
Yeah. I take credit for everyone's pain because I'm the one who optimized and figured out the method. But anyways, dad joke away.
Oh, okay. What do you call a zombie who doesn't joke around? Dead serious.
More like dead silence. So to explain water bomb jump, even though we don't do it anymore, we don't do it anymore. We're basically in the water you have a basic amount of a maximum amount of height you can actually jump or bomb jump or spring ball jump, if that makes sense. It's like a max height, but if you bomb yourself and then unmorph, you basically store that bomb jump height, and then you jump morph and then bomb yourself midair, and you're basically adding to that maximum height, allowing you to do like nifty stuff like skipping spin and doing some like nice time saves here and there. And coming up, actually for Screw, we're gonna be doing it another time.
Yeah, just one more time.
I was gonna say, but you just kind of kept going on, so I'm just gonna let you.
Yeah, I don't forgot about it. It's been a while since I ran NMG. But yeah, just a lot of speed boost tech. I don't know if you know about this speed boost.
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay, cool. I actually like this one. Well, if you.
Oh, I missed it. That's okay.
It requires a specific way of doing it to actually save time, which is kind of sad. But yeah, we're just heading over to Screw. Screw attack. We're not supposed to, because we're supposed to get it at Frozen Altaria. This would actually be a sequence break that breaks Adam. But since we already broke Adam earlier, this is just getting a really cool item really early.
This is the one and only Frozen run.
That grapple door right there, even though it seems very insignificant, is the only thing stopping us from getting the Screw attack glitchless, which sucks. But yeah, you're gonna see him rub himself on this ledge. There's actually like two methods for it where you rub both ledges. It's just, this game has ledge boosts where it actually just like shoves.
What? That's so weird. Okay.
the ledge kind of like shoves you up or down. We're basically utilizing that and getting out of the water just long enough for the game to not consider us in the water and just space jump out. That's essentially the crux of that that trick, and it is pretty. I want to call it difficult, but very tricky because it's very awkward.
Well, it is a trick.
Yeah, it's awkward, but once you understand what's going on, or you just get a feel for it, you can get it pretty consistently.
Yeah, it's just a lot.
Overall, it's easier. It's easier than I think the space jump pseudo.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, this always puzzles me sometimes. Like, always feels like the underwater bomb jump just doesn't want to work on that one platform. I know it's because the water height is slightly different, but
oh, flipper pseudo, another
pseudo
version of the melee pseudo, specific angle. That one wasn't necessarily shoving arm in the ground. It was more like just making the fusion hit the blob. Because the fusion, you have three main ones, which is part of your wide beam, and the fusion, if you think about it as like basically a penetration add-on, it just adds like fireworks around the explosion. And we're basically utilizing that to break that blob early.
that joke.
Oh, okay. Can you believe I was thrown out of my church for claiming Jesus spoke with a lisp? It was a real slap in the face.
Oh my god. Look, there's only like 20 minutes of the run left. You want to explain the gravity puzzle?
Sure.
Ooh, the gravity puzzle is so cool.
So the gravity puzzle is an intended sequence break where you go through and shine spark up to three times into diagonals and maintain the speed boost up to the next platform. We've optimized it so that we only do 2 of the shine sparks because shine sparks inherently at the distance that we're going take more time than you would if you were just flash shifting. And but I don't know, do you do the diagonal shine spark or
No, I do the just horizontal for this one.
The diagonal shine sparks in this game are really, I would call them weird, but they can be, yeah, they don't cooperate with you sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do it like that?
I know there's shine spark, but this is a little faster.
Yeah,
it is. I'm still sparking.
B-Dog has demonstrated it's like about half a second faster.
I'm still gonna spark because sparking is cool as hell.
Yes, I know.
But yeah, the diagonal sparking in this game, even though it looks like fairly well, what's the word? Easy. It's a weird. It's innate with the Pro controller because it does drop input sometimes. You can just go flying in not the direction you want. So it's kind of dangerous for the most part to do a diagonal spark for most times because sometimes it just fails.
It's okay.
So there is an optimization where you can break those blocks at the bottom, but not a big deal. As you can see right there, it was intended that we would shine spark against that second diagonal, but we ended up not doing that.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot the missile count here. I'm so used to glitchless. But yeah, we've never actually explained on instant sparking. So usually to spark in the air, you need to be in a neutral position, which is Keku, shoot for a sec. Like there, like in the air, you're basically dropping, and not doing any type of movement like spinning. You're basically just standing in a neutral position, and then you can press jump in the air or on the ground, and then you could do a slow spark or just regular spark, if you want to call it that. And you go in any 8 directions. But if you force yourself out of from a movement into a neutral position, like flash shifting, spin jumping, melee, sliding, shooting, aiming, all that stuff that actually forces your character to actually like do a movement into a neutral position and then press jump while flicking the controller, you can actually just instantly spark instead of spending half a second to a second to spark. But yeah, we got screw attack.
Still haven't gotten the instant sparks down when you're charging the shine spark itself. I can get it sometimes, but not all.
Off the store?
Yeah.
Yeah, off the store is pretty finicky. It basically, you press down and it immediately press B and then flick the controller. Basically, like in half a second. It is probably the most difficult form of it.
Like, I could do it going up, but like doing the side ones, those are just a little tough sometimes.
Yeah, for a time I didn't know if you could, but yeah, you could do it in any direction.
Yep.
But yeah, those robos, surprisingly notorious for a lot of people. As you saw, Keku, he almost died. A lot of people, especially beginner runners, die there. It's actually faster to. Actually, I'll explain it in a bit. You want to explain Golzuna?
Sure. Yeah, so we're about to reach over to the crossbow boss, also known as Golzuna.
Spark here?
Keku, I assume you're going to be doing the shine spark method?
Yeah.
All 3?
I'll try to do my best.
Yeah. So, the intent is that the boss has a, I'm going to call it a scrotum.
Oh no.
And you just, you shoot missiles, either behind or front or whatever you want to call it, in order to damage it. But we've also realized that just due to the length of the arena that you're allowed to fight him in, that you can actually hit it with a shine spark. So Keku didn't quite make it the most optimized route, but
yeah, I messed up.
Yeah, but so you can see there's the scrotum that he's shooting at.
Dang it.
Oh my god. Don't get hit. Golzuna actually, well, technically after Frozen Altaria, but things hurt.
Yeah.
Like touching Golzuna does like 2 tanks.
Everything about Golzuna hurts, so. But very nice job, very nice recovery.
Those electric hits hit for like 2.5 tanks. Touching Golzuna is like 1.5 to 2 tanks. The smash, like I think it's like 4 tanks or something like that. He's everything after Frozen Altaria, which we skipped. So basically, essentially after this, hits like a truck. Even the robos.
Yeah.
Yep.
So at least Shine Sparking Golzuna once like cuts that in half. So.
You want to do a dad joke, and I'll explain the robos a bit, because they will matter sort of a bit.
Did you hear about the man who? Did you hear about the man who misspelled a name on a headstone? He made a grave mistake.
Oh my god. But the robos in this game, there's one more fight with the dual robos. They follow a specific set of rules. Essentially, they can't be too close to each other. They need line of sight with you, and they will essentially just default to specific moves like shooting at you if you're too far and meleeing if you're too close. Stuff like that. It is actually faster to plasma spam them than to use screw attack, even though screw attack is like probably your highest damaging attack outside of sparking.
But you can damage both of them with plasma.
But a lot of people find it difficult to get them in a line and stuff, so it just takes practice and understanding how they move to really do it. Otherwise, you kind of just default to screw attack, which can be very, dangerous because you're taking damage while doing it, so you can actually die very easily if you do that.
Which makes the dual Chozo robots the worst fight in the Dread mode run.
Yeah, especially after like right after getting early gravity, it can be rough for a lot of people. But coming up is the Wave Emmy. I think the first time you get to see him. No, we're gonna see Wave Emmy first. Hopefully Keku can get this really cool speed tech. It's kind of tricky. Yeah, sorry. Explain Wave Emmy. SQ.
Oh yeah. SQ is an electric beetle that I'm sure a lot of players. Oh, that was a nice transfer. A lot of players probably had a lot of problems with on their first playthrough, especially with the electric field that it has, where it doesn't take any damage. But one of the nice things about having early screw attack is that in the description it says that it ignores any electric damage while you're in screw attack. So we're going to use that to our advantage, and we're going to Shine Spark into SQ, cutting its health in half, and then we're just going to...
Oh, what? Oh, well.
Oh no, missed it.
Right into it.
Yeah, I tried to flash shift into it.
So, and in about 4 seconds, SQ is dead.
At least I got the...
Oh, is that a double?
Yep.
Nice. Some specifics about that double. It usually takes about 3 or 4 screw attacks to break the core. But we kind of exploit iframes. We basically get an extra attack, extra screw attack worth, or we use cross bombs to basically ignore that last cycle, which saves like 4 seconds or something like that. And you're not even going for either of the SQ speeds.
I haven't practiced that one. I know how cool it is, but like I haven't practiced it.
The second one is a lot more doable than the first one. One day we'll see it in an actual run.
So here's the double Chozo, and so he's going to actually Shine Spark the gold because the gold actually has more health. The gray one does, and you can see just keeping him up on the top platform. You can just spam plasma into them.
Yeah, it just goes back to the 50% odd rate rule. Go Chozo has more health, so if you do it on the gray one, you just do less damage. So we're heading to the Wave Emmy that has Wave Beam. Do you do the scary one or you do the normal one?
It's sort of scary.
The sort of scary? Okay, that's fine. The scary one is pretty annoying to get. We'll play that in a sec. Yeah, there's much left to run, I think.
The fun thing is, we're going to just completely melt the central unit.
Yeah.
Shell takes 100, screw attack.
For just a second.
Yeah.
I just want to bring up the point that we've received a $50 donation from DeathWish88 saying Game Over Cancer Hype, pushing us just over our most recent milestone. Thank you very much, DeathWish.
Congrats. Woo, thank you.
Way to bring us with a lot of hype.
Congrats on the milestones. What was that flash shift? I've never seen that.
Oh yeah, it just stays there.
Oh, this is the scary one.
This is, yeah, you're doing the scary one.
It is the scary one? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's this is not looking good, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, what? I didn't know you could just. Oh.
That was slick. That was slick.
You're my hero.
But yeah, that one is very scary. Yeah, you just saw it. You just shoot him in the face enough times. You can actually go to the left a bit and like kill him over there, or you go all the way up to the top to the flash door to basically just hold aim and shoot, which is the intended way of doing it because there's not a lot of room in this place. All this kill does, which is hilarious, all it saves is 4 seconds over going over here and killing the wave enemy over here, which is hilarious because of how scary it is.
And just how bad the what happens if you die.
Oh yeah, you go straight back to the morph launcher.
You have to go down the water shaft again. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it sucks.
You have to do a lot of stuff to save 2 seconds, and you have to basically try not to pee in your pants to save an extra 2 seconds.
Yep.
Dad, your jokes are so bad, it's like punishment. You mean punishment?
Oh god. That sounds like something someone would say before they actually punish the kid.
Yeah.
It's like, ha ha ha, you're grounded.
You're grounded until you start laughing at my jokes. Oh, you want to go to the movies? Sorry.
Oops.
I don't know where my car keys are.
You gotta wait.
Yeah.
I falls a lot too. So this is the Red Chozo. He gives us power bombs. Well, he's kind of preventing us from getting power bombs. We just use storm missiles, but 4 full lock-ons basically skips having to break the shield, because if you don't phase him before I think like the 4th attack, he'll basically prime his shield for you to melee it and break it.
Yeah.
Same with the Go Chozo coming up, but you have to grapple that one. But we skip it by using storm missiles. Also, this room is oddly super laggy to a point where mashing is arguably slower. So you can actually just storm missile him all the way until he's dead. Mashing is still slightly faster, but this room is like notoriously laggy. But now we have Powerbomb. Arguably, well, outside of Hundo, very useless, because we are in the last 5 minutes of the run, and we use Powerbomb maybe like 5 times.
It saves us from the yellow sun that Raven Peak throws at us.
Oh, you can do it for all the way back here? That's kind of some over farming, but
yeah,
I'll take it. You can also farm the drones below there if you ever missed it.
Oh, I almost had it.
Oh
wait, I almost forgot.
So if he didn't farm those, he would have to take grab that ammo statue to get another power bomb to bomb the bridge. That statue also, if he actually got the speed boost and used a morph ball through that tunnel, it actually sends you flying, and morph ball does not like air. So you basically just lose the spark, which is both funny to watch and horrible.
Wait.
Oh, what's up, Sasha? He's in the chat. Look at this mash.
Oh yeah, just getting right up there.
Dang, that was quick.
Yeah.
So now we killed Go Chozo, the only boss left. This guy's basically the gatekeeper to Inarash, where it's basically a flying ship where Raven Beak is. And we're
gonna crash it into the planet.
Yep. In Samus fashion, we see a planet, we're gonna blow it up. Weirdly not our fault this time, technically. You know, but you know.
It's just purely coincidental.
Yeah, it's about the message, you know.
There was a SpongeBob meme where it was one of the fish that was at like a consulting desk, and he like pressed a button on his keyboard and it says, every time that someone from the Galactic Federation sends Samus on a mission knowing that another planet's about to blow up.
Alright.
I think I've seen it. Okay. So let's explain this real quick. He has a force shield. Takes 10 missile hits to basically make it go red. Do you do the 9+1 or the red parry?
The red parry.
Okay, so he's gonna do the full 10 damage. More crossbows later. Basically, all those explosions on this phase does full damage. Is like 6,400. He's gonna do this lock on. It takes. Without that lock on, it takes 15 hertz to skip gold, the gold phase, which makes him immune. He's gonna do this Gatling manipulation, where it makes his silhouette smaller, so it aims at where he used to be. If that makes sense, basically avoid it. And we're basically
55 missiles to get to phase 3.
I think it's 50, 52. It's not 55, I believe. But yeah, we're just gonna missile and try to use as many crossbows as we can in opportune places. And now we're at third phase, where we're basically gonna spam 2 missiles and cross bombs. That is our fastest form of doing damage to them.
Only
outside of having turbo.
Oops.
Just gonna tank that. Yeah. Oh, okay. That is taking a full day. You know, I thought that thing would take like 2.5 tanks or something. I'm surprised.
I thought so too.
It looks like it should.
So, like I said before, meleeing Ravenbeak to get the cinematic is actually faster, but only at the beginning half, because it takes like half his health away in a cinematic. It's too late to do the parry, so Keku avoided it. That was a very clean Ravenbeak. Yeah, that was very clean. I didn't even get to explain most of it, but that explained most what mattered, I guess. The ghost skip is kind of more complicated, but it's just reached the hertz necessary to mash. But yeah, we've got Xdad over here. He got a beer belly and a fuse with the X.
Create, I don't know, create X, everybody.
Yeah, I think Z57 is there.
In his chest.
I don't know, maybe to heal the hole. God knows, the crate is weird. But you could have actually like blasted him from the beginning, but that's slower because there's actually a threshold for Ravenbeak that's all it checks basically. As long as you're doing damage to him in that threshold, which is like basically in front of where Samus is, to basically just speed that up.
And yeah, that saves 8 seconds.
Oh.
Thank God they fixed the crashes, apparently. You can actually crash right there, doing that power bomb. Actually, you can crash on... Yeah, you can crash on any of the X-Cores. You can crash on SQ, you can crash on Galuna, you can crash on Corpius, you can crash on... I think anywhere in Caterus, basically. You could crash...
Extremely lucky, because I've only had 1 crash.
Yeah, you could crash anywhere in Escape, actually, because there's too much going on. He just avoided a cinematic spark right there by just space jumping up, or you can just use Morphball. You can use the sword.
Very nice.
You can actually speed keep all the way to the end, but for
I forgot.
Well done.
And then Adam said, "Stop!" And you're just like, "Oh no, Adam, don't tell me what to do." And then Adam, and then everything blows up. Even Samus, and as you see, Samus died.
Oh, you shouldn't have skipped it. We just saw the planet blow up.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Well,
but that was the run.
Samus stare at you.
I totally forgot to say, oh yeah, time coming up soon.
Oh, yeah, that is true. I forgot to tell us.
I was too into the run. I was like, oh yeah. So this clear time here, it's really
completely meaningless.
Meaningless, yeah. We don't even know what it means, but like there's like, and then all the stats after it's like clear time and then total play time.
What does total playtime mean too?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so clear time is the playtime it had before. It involved for some reason when you skip cutscenes, it automatically accounts for the time that cutscene had, even though you skipped it. For God knows why.
Yeah.
So it basically accounts for, even though it's 122, it accounts for all the cutscenes you skipped, whether you triggered them or not.
Yeah, it's just weird.
And that's basically it. If you, the total time played accounts for, I think that, some other stuff, and if you had died, because the clear time doesn't account for death. You could have like just kept restarting, and then it'll go from like 0 from the checkpoint. That makes sense.
Yeah,
it's basically meaningless. So that's cool.
All right, one more. What happens when you drop a hand grenade egg? It explode. So anyway, I'd like to thank my commentators, Rain and Also shocking. And thank you for everybody for stopping by, checking the round out and stuff. There is a Dread Discord. There's a lot of like people talking about strats and sharing their PBs and all that and whatnot. But yeah, check it out. Other than that, thanks for everybody for being up, watching the Game Over Cancer Marathon. Cause I'm like the last one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great job. That was a solid run, and thank you for.
I did my best.
Doing this. Yeah.
Definitely beat my PB. That's for sure. But yeah, great run, Keku. Thank you for having me. I always like commentating these runs. If you guys are interested in speedrunning, again, we have this Discord. We're working on making more guides, more centralized guides. Dread is surprisingly a very beginner, well, arguably beginner friendly. I don't think that's the correct term for to learn speedrunning. So be sure to check it out. My YouTube, Oso's YouTube also has a bunch of guides. A lot of the community members has a bunch of guides, a lot of great resources for you to get started. All you gotta do is just commit.
Yeah. Like Rain said, everyone in the community is willing and open to help everyone else and each other. You just got to commit. So if you are ever interested in speedrunning, or just want to you have some questions and you just want to reach that 4-hour mark and get all the gallery photos, we're more than willing to help anyone out that's willing and interested. So with that, Keku, is there any last words you want to say?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm done with the dad
joke.
jokes.
Sign us out?
All right, thank you all for watching the Dread Run. This is great to commentate. Great run, a great event. Kick cancer's ass, everybody. Stay safe in this stupid world, and we'll see y'all later.
Thank you.
Cancer. Thank you. Take care.
And thank you all. So on that note, on this final run, I think we are going to take just a quick moment, probably have a few words from Strizer, and really wrap everything up. So please stick around for the last couple of minutes, and we'll say goodbye in style.